Hello and welcome everyone to the bottom table, featuring your most detestable, horrible decks, gameplay strategies, and technical play witnessable in the Yugi sphere. Sounds a lot like Table 500, doesn't it? Well, you would be right in fact. Self-plagiarizing and copyright aside, I wanted to bring you something a little bit nostalgic and more rooted in the origins of the series itself. Let's take a quick little look. Editor, roll the intro.
The back of the venue, filled with the rarity of gold. Skill grain is flipped, like in times of old. What horror does this table hold? Trickstar, bird, and other monstrous things. They all will fall to ash blossom and joyous spring. A place where Cloudian mirrors cause only pain, and the burning abyss create innumerable change. Will you challenge Samochi and the life she drains? Who will stand and be so able to end the nightmare of this fate? None shall escape the bottom table.
Now, wasn't that just the coolest, darndest thing you've ever seen? So what is the bottom table? The one series that truly kicked off my channel and propelled it forward into the successful paragon of information, economics, business, knowledge, and raw skill in Yu-Gi-Oh! That we've witnessed today, that was Table 500. Over time, however, Table 500 has become less so about a really bad, terrible strategy pulling off the 1 in 100 win against a meta deck. It sort of became a bit of a scripted performance. It was like watching a funny movie, which was great in and of itself because it created some of the most fantastical memes we've ever seen in the Yu-Gi-Oh! Community, Yugioh and Vader being my favorite, but it was missing a little bit of that rawness to it that I think Table 500 originally brought. And that is not to say Table 500 is going away by any means at all. It is just something a little bit different that I wanted to try, featuring your replays once again on Master Duel, Dueling Book, or EDO Pro, whatever you prefer, showcasing hopefully in a weekly episode style segment. I wanted to maybe include more of the community in this. I will be specifically looking at your reasoning, your deck profiles, and the logic that you give with some of these replays. Now, to find out how to take part, I'll leave a little explanation at the end and of course in the description with all the contact details required, but I just thought I would have this little semi-longer introduction just to give you a little bit of a dialogue and explanation as to what is going on here. And if you're really into this series, well, I mean, there's Patreon, which puts your name in the video. I mean, that's worth every single dollar if I ever did think so. Let's begin with everyone's favorite share if you play, Gravekeepers. So, how are we making share if you play good in 2023? Well, Mav here has the answer. Hey, Mav here with some share if you play action. Why is this deck good? Necro Valley is a healthy card that keeps the meta in check. How do you keep the meta even in checker? You use mankind's greatest weapon to protect it. Throw in some DP and Fenrir's and you've got yourself a deck. Sometimes you also just auto-win if you draw Royal Tribute or the Tribal Vanities. The Vanities that I later did cut for more Dragoon action. Post-siding, you get stronger going first by siding Solemns and anti-spells to go even firster. That's what he said. He said even firster. Alright, we've got Gravekeepers. How are we going to power these things up in this day and age? Well, utilizing all of the various engines that complement the Gravekeeper deck so absolutely well, you can expect to see some staples such as Kashtira Fenrir, and of course the Brave engine being in here as well. So Fenrir gets a copy of Fenrir, Fateful Adventure searches the Griffin Rider. We can discard the extra copy of Fenrir, as well as searching our Draco back in the process. Now we're going to go for the Branded Fusion. How do we support our Gravekeeper deck? Well, we summon Albion, who banishes the light Hex-sealed fusion from the graveyard, a Dargan, being Fallen of Albaz, and that summons Red Eyes Dark Dragoon. It's been way too long, baby, way too long. And of course, in the process, we've got Gravekeeper's Commandant, who has a nice little effect here, which is discard to search Necro Valley from deck to the hand.
Share if you play Gravekeepers.
Can you think of anything more profound of an opening board than this right here? Clearly playing Gravekeepers, I see. Engine.deck. Fun. Fuck off. Just your average dueling book experience. Activating Pot of Desires here to try and draw some answers to this field here, and it looks like the opponent is not going to be able to do much about that because even Dragoon doesn't care so much. We're on Sword Soul here, baby. Our opponent's going to special summon Ecclesia, activating the effect here, tributing for a cost to special summon out of the deck a copy of Taya. Weirdly enough, isn't going to be able to do anything because the graveyard does not exist. I don't even think we have worms anyway. But regardless, Fenrir will be banishing it face down. Our next normal summon will be Moyi, who will be revealing a Ashuna in the hand here to be able to try and activate the effect and summon a token. We are absolutely not going to let that resolve, and we're going to send Griffin Rider back into the deck, shuffling itself away. Now, Ashuna is activating in the hand here to special summon. I don't think we particularly care about that. Our opponent makes a monk and attempts to declare the effect of Ashuna, while we remind him that there is a Share If You Play card currently on the field. Yes, of course. Our opponent will crash the monk and simply just exit the game and leave. Get a life! Well, I can't think of a more reasonable response to what I just witnessed here. Gravekeepers induces some of the worst in us. At this point, you must be wondering, but what does this deck do going second if you don't open full combo? Well, he's got you covered. Let's take a look. Alright, we've got a duel here where we actually go second against perhaps one of the best decks in the current format. Easily the best deck according to some people, and that is Pen Lum. Let's see if we're going to see any third scales here. No, we're going to go straight for the Dynamite Power Load Ogre using the Dynamist Charge and activating the effect of our Sky Iris, which searches a copy of Odd Eye's Revolution Dragon, a card which was printed almost as many years ago as the average age of my audience these days. But could you believe that it's still here and alive and kicking and searching out an even older card? And that is true. Draco Slayer, one of the greatest, most powerful scales ever summoned in this game. In the process of this duel, we're going to be activating the effect of Ignister, probably multiple times, as you can imagine. Unfortunately for our opponent here, the Ignister isn't going to do much because as it is linked off or beyond the Pendulum, she will be negated by an infinite impermanence. But that's okay, we're going to continue playing. We've got a Pendulum Summon coming forth here, overlaying into Magister Pendulum, special summoning from the extra deck, going into a Selene. Selene activates the effect to bring back a Spellcaster, combining those into Dynamite and activating his effect to bring back, activating another card, and that is Necro Valley. Poor boy here, he thinks he's playing against Tier Elements. No, 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 sir, we are the masters of Share If You Play. We're going to start off our turn with a Rite of Aramacer, putting the Fateful Adventure face up on the field here. Normal summon Gravekeeper's Commandant. You fool, you've just boosted my Gravekeeper's Commandant by 500 attack points. Yes, 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 exactly. Activating the effect of the Fateful Adventure, discarding the Enchantress, going to activate the effect of the Griffin Rider to special summon. We're going to chain the effect of Majesty Pegasus in the hand here, and then activating the effect of the Hidden Temples of Necro Valley. Activate only if both a Gravekeeper monster and the Necro Valley are on the field. Yes, you heard that correctly. Our opponent is buffing us with our Hidden Temples of Necro Valley indirectly because they stupidly activated Necro Valley themselves. We're going to go for a Throne for Commandant to get another Necro Valley, this time our own, just in case our opponent tries to do some silly shenanigans like remove it from the field here. We're going to clear the Majesty with the Commandant, clear the token, with the token attacking over the Draco Slayer and leaving the Dynamite up for next turn. Our opponent begins their turn, activating the effect of Skullcrabat Joker, searching for a copy of Monkey Board, going to the battle phase here, crashing the Omni Negate to attempt to try and play in main phase 2, activates the effect of Monkey Board to search, but realizing that we can't really do much with our mismatching scales. We're going to continue our turn here, activate the effect of Fateful Adventure, searching a copy of the girl herself, Enchantress. We are unable to special summon, of course, but so we're just going to combine that with a basic normal summon, attacking over the Skullcrabat Joker, clearing away the Draco Slayer, and connecting for Gravekeeper Commandant's mighty 2100 attack points. Wait, is that 2600? Is it double buffed? Did you ever doubt that this deck could go second as well? It has everything. Combos going first, board breaking capabilities, and the versatility like no other Gravekeeper deck ever made in this game. Although to be fair, the number of Gravekeeper decks made in this game is probably equal to, I want to say like 2 ever in the history of this game that ever did anything serious. Let's go for a little bonus duel here. We got Mavericks once again piloting this against a random dueling book duelist. Noah, you do not know the unbridled wrath that is about to incur upon yourself here as we begin with the Fateful Adventure and the Enchantress, adding Draco back and activating Necro Valley with the other combo this deck is capable of, Royal Tribute, discarding Effect Veiler, Rescue Cat, and DD Crow. Now we're going to activate the effect of Rite of Aramacer to summon a token, getting ourselves a Griffin Rider, discarding and not re-equipping because of Necro Valley, activating the effect of Pot of Desires. All we've got is a Brave Engine here, but that's okay. The Gravekeepers did exactly what they needed needed to, and that was loop our opponent's hand for 3. Alright, normal summoning kit, gonna go into Almirage, using the effective kit to trigger Nerval to get a search, and Tri-Brigade does not look like a deck that can do anything against Sheriff you play. Griffin goes back into deck, because that's where it belonged initially, activating the effect of Fateful to resummon this Griffin on this turn, discarding the Infinite Impermanence, and attacking over this Almirage with the token and the Griffin Rider for 6,000 damage. Our opponent's gonna scoop that one up, because they know that there is no chance against Gravekeepers. Alright, game number 2 here, we're gonna try something a little bit different, and we'll go second once more and see if our opponent can do anything about this. They're gonna 1-for-1 for Nerval, activate the effect of the Nerval they discarded to search for Kit, normal summon the Keras, and that is going to be a Dimension Shifter on summon here, and a pass turn. Pot of Prosperity is all the consistency we need in this deck, baby. We're gonna add a copy of Infinite Impermanence, not even adding Branded Fusion. Why would we need to summon Dragoon when we have the powerful Gravekeeper's Commandant already in our hand? Special summoning the effect of Pankratops and Enchantress, using the effect here to get a Rite of Aramesa. God, this is so much more consistent when you're not playing on Macedo, when you have 6 copies of this Brave Engine to contend with, huh? Look at this. Alright, Commandant clears Keras, Pankratops attacks over the Nerval, and the Griffin Rider is going to deal some damage as well. Unfortunately, not actually going to do much with the Commandant on the field, because it discards itself. It doesn't send itself from the field here. We could have done some bonus damage and went for the Necro Valley. I think maybe overall you probably wanted to establish Necro Valley against Tri-Brigade. Anyway, our opponent's going to go Infinite Impermanence, negate it, leaving it to run away into deck, and our opponent has Lightning Storm for the counter here. Normal summoning kit, using the effect here, dumping Keras, Fractal. Oh wow, it looks like they've banished their other copy of Nerval here somewhere. That is an unfortunate duel, and we have taken this one 2-0. I hope you're as excited as I am to see this deck list, because oh boy, this is what happens when you let some of the worst human beings in the world cook. Alright, here is the deck list. Not gonna go through every single card, because I feel like you should probably be aware of most of these if you know what the Gravekeeper deck is capable of. We got the Branded Engine with the Fusions, the Albas, the Triple Commandant for the discard to search Necro Valley. We got Headman is here to revive from the graveyard. Fenrir searches a copy of itself as well as bouncing. The Hex Sealed Fusion, very important for the effect to be able to special summon Dragoon as well. The Brave Engine featuring Enchantress, right, and the Hidden Temples with the complementary bonus do not special summon effect, with some other hand traps and the 40th card being Triple Talents. The extra deck is everything you could probably expect here. It's a bunch of engine ways to be able to get you into Dragoon, with the Albion, the Untist Destruction, as well as the Mirror Jade, and some toolbox rank 4s and Link monsters here if we so need it. The side deck as well is really important, because we can go even further with Anti-Spell and Judgment. We've got Raw Sphere Mode to tribute our opponent's entire field going second. We got Lightning Storm and Droplet and Pankratops as well for helping to break boards. Do not play this. Would not recommend it. You're not going to do very well, but if you're looking for something extremely hilarious to annoy as many tier limit players as possible, I think Map has got you covered. And there you have it, the first episode of the Bottom Table. I hope you enjoyed this. Leave a comment down below. Follow me on the various forms of social media, particularly my Twitch on twitch.tv/Farfa, where I do this live, and Twitter, join my Discord, etc. And if you want to figure out how to take part, keep watching. So you want to take part in the Bottom Table. You think you've got what it takes to finally set up your combo on turn 5 or make an unbreakable board of 2 negates using 4 cards? Then look no further. The Bottom Table is the series for you. Create a short paragraph or 2 describing what your deck is, how it works, and send in a link to your list and attach either a Dueling Book replay, EDO Pro YDK file, or your Master Duel friend code stating the date and opponent to which the replay occurred, saved to your profile. Email me at replays@farfa.xyz and show us what you can do. This is the Bottom Table.